Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. When I was speaking with my team and I picked up the phone, I thought that we already decided what the message was going to be. But then I was alerted to look at the numbers, and the numbers were 949. And that to me means that endings and new beginnings and spiritual growth and evolution and awakening are doubled within the numbers of 9. And the number 4 that sits between is offering stability and structure and foundation, which to me means that we are all being granted through cosmic energies, through the planetary, the alignments within our solar charts, our houses, within the solar skies, right? And the placements in which the degrees and the angles and the planets and the movement of, the constellations, that everything is just in perfect position. It will be probably this entire month, right, of May 2026, depending upon when you see this. But anyway, the energy is embedded within the video through my words and through my wisdom and my clear intent. So no matter when you see this video, you should receive the energies that are current within the environment right now. In any event, the message that I received means to me that we all have the ability to end the chapter that we just walked out of, and that we have the ability to add stability and firm foundation and structure, right, to our future through the new beginnings that we will be walking into with this entire year of 2026. So depending upon how you want to look at the astrological chart, whether you want to believe that March was the beginning of the new energy that's coming toward with the solar eclipses and with the equinox, or if you want to look a little bit further into this month, which is where all the planets and the cosmos are smiling quite nicely upon us, providing that we're on the right side of life anyway, because the ball can drop in a multitude of directions. So depending upon the energy that you carry and the motion that you're putting into and the decisions and the path that you're leaning toward, right? You're either in your old self, or you're in your new self, or you've awoken to questions that once you didn't consider asking. You're more aware of the illusions and the falsehoods that are settling or have settled around each and every one of us, right? Because we were all told lies from the minute that we opened our eyes. And it's not because lies were deliberately told by our family, our, community, if you will, but because they were embedded through the rulers or the energies that want to hurt, harm, and only give life to their own agenda while they smother and reduce life for everyone else, right? What do we call that? The government, religion, the highest of establishments, where they just keep getting richer and richer, and we just keep getting poorer and poorer, right? The lies that they told, right? But any event, we're in a perfect position. And if you need any type of help or direction in order to make sure that the path that you're on is harboring the energies of endings and stable beginnings and strong foundations, then and firm structures, then by all means give me a call and let me know. Because whether you call me on the telephone or you leave me a comment or a message, even an email, if you will, I will always respond. And I will always make sure that you remember that you control your future, and that if you don't like what you see, when you close up this ending, don't walk right back into it by allowing it to, provide to you your only access, by continuing that loop. Walk out of your old belief or understanding or mindset or choices or situations, whatever they may be, and look toward the future with a positive, loving, forgiving, compassionate, empathetic vibration. And I say these things because in order to clearly, truly walk into a fresh new beginning, you really do need to reflect on the chapter that you closed. And then you need to realize that it wasn't meant to hurt, harm, or hurt you unless you allow it to. But what you can do is understand whatever the value was of the lesson that you learned, and then forgive yourself for being involved with it, for not being able to see it before you walked into it or before it was cast upon you, and that you forgive yourself for allowing any type of life to live within a structure or an environment or even a mindset that really never served you. But you did it because that's what you were told, or that's what you were shown, or that's what society was leading everybody toward. Because you need to realize that for the last few hundred years, they've been going out of their way to lead us off that cliff right into the abyss. And they were doing that so that they could harvest our energy and utilize our discomfort, our pain, our hurt, our sorrow. So once you take that away, once you realize that it's not your fault, that you were vulnerable, right? Because you didn't have all the tools, you didn't have all the information, you didn't have all the knowledge. Well, now you do. Now you're beginning to recognize all the atrocities, in regardless of the form, that once plagued you, and now you have the ability to move into your future, in your stable future, right? The number 4 adds stability, where the following 9 adds new beginnings, and it's spiritual growth. And it's also the ability to recognize that there's way more to life than just one little us, and that there's energy everywhere that infiltrates or interferes or tries to set up shop and overcome our energy. But we don't need to let that go on, not one more second longer. So realize that it's your mindset that controls your energy. Your mind is in control of that. It's what you choose to add life to. It's your mind that shows you visions and gives you data, where you can process it and you can understand it better. When you look toward unpacking your layers, you'll be able to recognize the different parts that you may have hid, that you may have suppressed, that you may have unwillingly, gave your energy into without realizing that it was a detriment, thinking that it was just the way of the world, the way of life. There was nothing you could do. We're way too small in order to do anything so large and grand. That is completely the illusion that they were sending to us this whole time. But you now know, and here I'll tell you again, you are much larger than life. Your energy is larger than the body that you carry. The temple that you're investing your existence into right now, the skin that you wear, is nothing compared to the energy that you embody. Your embody is larger. It's just compact right now, and it's in this form. But that doesn't mean that you're not powerful. That means that you are explosive, and you can use that in your benefit. When you realize that your structure is filled with your divinity, then that gives you so much power that it will blow down and destroy any other structure that could be trying to suppress you. And then you'll know that what you are bringing into your new existence is completely co-created with you and the co-creator, and it has nothing to do with the suppression or the illusion or the intrusive thoughts that maybe another energy, most likely negative and dense, is trying to get you to pick back up. But don't pick it back up. Just say, listen, I see, I recognize, and I understand that what once tried to hold me down is here again, but I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to give it life. Instead, I'm going to give it to the creator, and I'm going to send it healing, love, and light. That maybe they'll recognize that you can get further when you hold the right energy, when you shine bright, when you don't offer confusion or illusion, or you don't say things or infiltrate, in a negative type way. So if you would like your future to finally begin the new chapter, then you need to make sure that you hold your energy in a manner that you don't slide backwards. And if you do see yourself entertaining energy from the past or it coming across your mind thought, just keep in mind that you don't have to, that it's like you're fishing. You don't have to catch that fish. You can let it swim on by. And it will. It'll just leave. Did you ever hear in one ear, out the other? Right. That's when you're not giving life, or you're not allowing growth to anything that you don't believe in, that you don't resonate with, that doesn't recognize you, or you don't recognize as positive and pure. Because you are a divine essence, and you do carry divinity within you, with every ounce of you, because your energy precedes you, and your energy will always, like, your energy doesn't die. So there was energy, you were energy before you came into this human body, and you will be energy when you leave this human body. And the value and the wisdom and the knowledge that you gain in between is what helps you honor the contract that you made before you even came here. So I am offering you the strength, the stability, the courage, and the added awareness in order to be able to recognize the old chapters and use a stable forward motion, mindset, and foot pattern to bring in your brand new beginning in the manner in which enlightenment offers growth, development, and forward motion for your highest good, to reach the stars, the true stars. All right, so let's go backwards and say, how about the constellations? All I know, so there's a whole nother world outside of what you know, and it's all above the void. So when I speak, I don't speak about what is within our field of knowing, I speak of what's past the void. I speak of what my essence remembers, what your essence remembers when you reflect and you continue to ascend. The plenoma, existence, wholeness, fullness, perfect. That's what I speak of. And you have all of that within you because you are made of that. Well, not that you're made of it, but you embrace and embody all of the principles that keep us balanced and completely whole, where we need nothing. We have everything, and it's all within us. And when we all realize and we add to the collective, then that helps raise the vibration for everyone else to make ending chapters easier, to use the stability of forward motion in order to propel us into our best new chapter. I can't wait to hear what you've folded up and what stability you've brought into your new chapter. And if you need any help along the way, I can certainly do that. I will always be there to lend a light, a guiding hand, and a warm touch. Because I don't believe in hurting anybody to help them. I believe in order to help someone, just love them. Just offer love, compassion, empathy, understanding in a positive, uplifting platform where there is no judgment and there is no ridicule. It's the lessons and how we unpack them and how we resonate with the value and what we do in order to carry that forward. That's part of our number 4, stable energy. And I know that you've got this, but you're never alone. And I'm always with you. I offer to you what I never actually really received: a friend, a helping hand, a warm, loving embrace with only good intent. Nothing ever bad to say, not with malice. If anything is perceived bad out of my mouth, it's not ever intended that way. It's intended for growth, for recognition, for understanding, for development, for evolution, right? You can't fix what you're unaware of. And if someone else can see what you can't, that doesn't necessarily make it bad. It actually makes it quite loving and quite helpful. I would have loved to have had someone tell me that, you know what, Wendy, maybe this isn't the right way to handle this situation. Or don't feel bad about yourself. Or don't knock yourself down because you think that you're less than what you are. Or don't let the projections of other people infiltrate or bother you, because you have more value than you realize. And they come from a place of hurt. And that's why they project. I didn't have any of those things. Not from a person, actually. But I did have them through my spirit team. And I've always been connected very strong with my spirits, with my angelic family, with all that is unseen and all that is pure. I've always had this ability. Maybe that's why it was easier for me to recognize. But you have this ability too, and you have this network around you as well. And as soon as you realize that you've got an entire team waiting to say hello, they miss you, and they're here to help you. then you would have reached another level of ascension. My collective, I'm here. If you need me to be your bridge, I can. I can certainly see what others look past, for regardless the reason. And then when I say what it is that I see, don't get mad at me. Just realize that I'm here to help you, and I'm here to uplift you. And I would never, never throw rocks in anybody's windows. I would never do that. My lovely collective, you have a friend, you have an ally, you have Wendy Joy. You have a very good day no matter what it is you do today. And I can't wait to hear your stories of endings and beginnings and what stable energy you bring into your forward motion. I'm here to offer more stable energy and more courage and more enlightenment to end your old chapters, cycles, or routines, and take positive, pure, stable, loving, forward motion energy into your brand new chapter, cycle. We are in a brand new cycle this whole year. It's the beginning of a 9-year. So think long term, but stay in the present moment and cultivate every step you take. And I'm here to encourage you every way. Just let me know. My lovely collective, no matter where you are, I am always sending you love and light. Don't forget, laughter and